Hey everybody, Diesel Sims here. We are in American Truck Simulator, the Beta 1.41 with the Convoy edition. Now, I do have a Convoy on right now just to show some of the features, but I don't actually have anybody in with me right now. I just started a Convoy, put a password on it, and I'll show you guys all of that here in a little bit, but got need to get my truck up to Twin Falls. We're in Salt Lake City right now. So I got a load of tableware going to Twin Falls from Salt Lake City here. So we'll just get right after it. Also trying out my new shifter. Put a picture of it up in the Discord if y'all saw that. So kind of giving that a try. Testing it out, making sure everything works. So far it's been pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty excited that this 1.41 is finally an open beta. They had the experimental, if any of you got in on that. I did a little bit of testing in it, and I really enjoyed it. So it's so far so good. So yeah, you'll see when we get out here to the main road, it's got traffic, all the in-game traffic, and we will get to the multiplayer, and actually have people doing multiplayer. I think the plan is Monday night, Farmer Klein's Convoy. I think we're going to all. I think the agreement is that we're all gonna have the open beta installed and try multiplayer this way. So that should be a really good time. I do have this set up to shift just like I do or would in real life when I used to drive, anyways. So it's making it really fun. Step back here so I can see that light. So yeah, one thing I've definitely noticed is traffic is different. They seem to be more aggressive. I don't know if aggressive is the right word for it, but they're definitely different. I've had a few situations where, they just pull right out in front of me. Let's put it this way, it's more realistic. I'll just say that. It's more realistic. But they've definitely done something with traffic. And if you can see over here on the GPS, the icons, all the icons have changed. Not they've been changed. Some still look pretty much the same, like the sleep triggers and whatnot, but the ones for the um, driver hire places are different. The ones for the shops are different, and I'm trying to think what the other one was. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head right now. Fixing the road. Welcome to Idaho. Yeah, hopefully Wyoming will be out here soon. I'm actually kind of surprised Wyoming hasn't come out yet, unless they're waiting for this and they're going to release 1.41 with Wyoming. And so far, I haven't seen any bugs or anything. I haven't noticed any issues. Even in the experimental, there's a few things different than what there was in the experimental. So if any of you participated in the experimental beta, there are a few things that are different that I've noticed so far. Haven't had a chance to look at the release notes for the open beta yet, so I will take a look at those and definitely report back to y'all on that. But yeah, now we should be able to get our transparent map. That's probably my number one favorite feature, especially when you are in a convoy with others. Sorry about that. Anywhere on the map, other drivers that are in your convoy will show up, no matter where they're at. So that is pretty awesome. It's not, like Truckers MP where they had to be within a certain range. Stop in here to scale. When put the 6.25 cat in here, that workhorse. That Jake sounds weird. But I don't have any mods enabled right now. I doubt too many of them probably even work at this point. Alright, completely legal. Don't get going too fast here. Liable to give me a ticket just pulling out. So yeah, if anybody from SES is watching this by chance, you guys need to put this map in the single player game as well. That would just be convenient, so you don't have to. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter with the way it works now, but this is just nice, you know, so you can keep on moving. It's just really cool. I love this transparent map. It's just awesome. Yeah, so I did put a switch on the shifter for Easy Jake. So what I did is I bought an Eaton Fuller 13-speed transmission shifter knob, and I but I cut out the tabs that prevent it from being able to toggle the splitter when you're in low range, because I still want to be able to use it for 18 speeds, but all my life driving, I drove 13 speeds. So, you know, I'm just used to that knob being red. I like having that, or the splitter knob being red, you know. So that was more just a nostalgic choice, more than anything. Because, you know, if they're a gray splitter knob, it's an 18 speed. Red is a 13, and if you see a blue one, it's a 15 speed tranny. So those knobs are color coded. I didn't know if you guys didn't know that. No. See, that's what the hell, dude. I don't know if the traffic's supposed to do that, but that's what I mean by being different. They didn't seem to be that aggressive before. Anyways. Yeah, just definitely got to watch out for them, especially if you're in a convoy. That's going to be, I think the fun part kind of is actually doing a convoy with traffic. I don't know. It'll be interesting. And it'll be nice just being able to hang with your friends and stuff and not worrying about, you know, the trolls that try to wreck you and, you know, try to be idiots and stuff. But yeah, when we get up here and get this load delivered, I'm going to go through all the changes and stuff from how we've known American Truck Sim to what it is now with Convoy in it. The map is just one tiny little piece of it. Just happens to be my favorite. I love that map. And just be able to pull that map up and be like, oh, we're close. Oh, and look, my convoy's 20 miles behind me. I better slow down, you know. That'll be handy. Or when we're all trying to figure out where everybody's at, you know, you can actually pull the map up and see where they're at instead of having to try and guess. So all kinds of neat little things with the map there. going up here to the home store to deliver our tableware. Home Improvement Warehouse. See, I can't think of what that store resembles. Home Depot. Got to get my timing down on my shifts. It's not too bad though. Yeah, this, oh man, I love this. It almost feels like I'm right back in a truck again. It's just so cool. Had that shifter from SKRS or CISO or CSIO or whatever it was. I don't know. The company that flaked out on everybody. I was actually one of the lucky ones that ordered one and actually got it. And I feel really bad for all the people that had ordered one and got totally stiff, didn't even get anything. If it makes you feel any better, I mean, they are complete pieces of shit. Pardon my French, but they were complete pieces of junk. And I quit using it because it was junk. Half the time I couldn't get it to the split or the range selector wouldn't work. So I'd be I thought, I'd be in first gear and I'd be sitting here in 5 low like this at a traffic light. Well, that's going to kill the engine as soon as you take off, right? So, and then the splitter, the same problem. Half the time it didn't work. And I tore it all apart, and he didn't use mechanical buttons. He used like motion magnetic sensor things. Forget what they're called, but which, I mean, in theory, that would be the better choice, right? For longevity, anyways. But he didn't have it set up right. They were junk. And, there was just no fixing it because it was full of freaking hot glue. And I mean, I get that you have to use a little bit of hot glue to make it work. I did in mine, but I didn't fill it up with hot glue. I'm so busy, Jack John, I'm not paying attention where my trailer's going. So, yeah, enough of my soapbox. I finally said enough's enough and I made my own. Looked around, found the one guy that makes them. It was like $200. And I knew a shifter knob was not that expensive. I paid, I think, $60 for the shifter knob from my local truck dealer just down the road here. Because they just happened to have one in stock, so worked out freaking perfect. All right. We are legend. So, but yeah, just got the shifter knob from That's weird. See the air hoses there? Doing, I mean, when they get tangled up like that, it can be a bear to get them apart. Anyways, yep, just got the shifter knob and ordered a generic USB board from, off of Amazon and some buttons and stuff. And it took a while to get everything. I thought, I'd get it sooner and have this done a lot sooner, but it did take a while to get the last buttons I needed. Because I needed one that was normally closed and one that was normally open for the way I configured it. And then I just got, of course, a rocker switch for the Easy Jake. But all in all, it turned out pretty good. Turned out pretty darn good. So fingers crossed. We'll see how long this one lasts. So, anyways, getting back to the beta here. So if we go into Convoy, now this is where we just went a little while ago to set up the Convoy. So if you played the experimental beta, you'll remember that it showed the DLCs that whoever set the Convoy up, it showed all the DLCs that they had installed. And so you would have red dots over here if, there was somebody that had set up a Convoy with, not all or, different DLCs than what you had installed, basically, is what it boiled down to. So, yeah, I didn't quite understand how that worked. That's changed, it looks like. I have not seen any red in this list since I went to the open beta. So, I don't know how that's working. Maybe it's in the release notes. Like I said, I got to take a look at those release notes and see. But everything that I click on just says DLC compatibility, map module California. That's it. Um, yeah, I haven't seen anything that I couldn't get into. I mean, obviously the ones with the blue locks are password protected, but it's all these other ones you could just jump into. So, yeah, but it tells you, if traffic's on or not, because you can turn traffic on and off. We're gonna close our session here real quick. And so when you conclude a convoy, and this goes for everybody that was in the convoy with you. So when they leave the convoy or when you close the convoy, you can either load a save game. So if you want to go back to a prior save game, you can load it. You can revert your progress back to when before you join the convoy, or you can just accept the progress that you made in the convoy. So if, you know, something terribly went wrong, you'd probably, revert your progress or something. Otherwise, probably most of the time you're going to want to accept progress, I suppose. Or maybe you just wanted to do a convoy, but you want your truck back where it started. I don't know. To each his own on that one, but I haven't had any reason to revert yet. I always just accepted the progress I make, so. But if we go in here and look, so when you go to create a convoy, you get, I mean, everything's pretty self-explanatory, really. You name your session. There's these little help boxes for every line to, if you don't understand what it means, you just type in a welcome message that every player is going to see when they join the session. Maximum players. I'm hoping this number goes up. It kind of sounded like maybe it will once it goes live. But for the beta, they said they're keeping it at 8. What they said in their live stream that I watched, they kind of hinted at that this number was going to go up. So it'll be interesting to see what really happens there. If you just want your Steam friends only, check that box. You can turn traffic on or off, damage between players on or off, disable collisions in service areas. I'm taking that to mean that like the service areas are like the shops and the truck dealers. I'm assuming that's what that means. More than likely it is. Hide players in no collision areas, so delivery points, pickup points. If you have the collisions turned off in service areas, probably wouldn't see them. Just hides them so you don't have trucks up on trucks up on trucks like you do in Las Vegas on Truckers MP. That place gets ridiculous. Um, but you can have it disabled collisions while you're in the menu, name tags. So you just check and set up everything the way you want, and hit confirm, and bam, you got a convoy. Tell your friends what the password is if you got a password on it, and go to town. Literally. Got a nice little refresh button there. Kind of looks like some trucking companies are. I mean, like you got this Apex Trucking 24/7. So it looks like some people are already running servers. So that's interesting. Might have to look into seeing how that works. Of course, I'm sure there's going to be the multiplayer gaming websites and everything that, the server hosters. I don't know what you really call that, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time before, they're probably already working on it now that they know American Truck Sims, going multiplayer. So it's only a matter of time before I'm sure you can rent a server and host a world. I don't know how that would work, or maybe have a like a company server. I don't know. Only time will tell, really. So getting back into the differences here down in the menu. So we got quick travel now. This is probably my second favorite feature aside from the map. This is fantastic. So no longer do you have to buy a garage to get to where all your buddies are at so you can participate in a convoy, or quick travel to a garage that's closest to them, but because you can't afford to buy the garage that, the city they're at. So this is fantastic. It costs you money, and it costs you according to distance. So if I wanted to fast travel to Boise, $242. If I want to go to Denver, it's $13.50. You know, so it charges you accordingly. You want to go down here to Las Cruces, $2,000 to fast travel there. Pretty sure that's a lot of money, but hey, if that's where your buddies are at, it's way easier than having to buy a $180,000 garage just to get down there and then sell the garage. You know what I mean? So this feature is awesome. I love this feature. So no matter where you're at on the map, start a convoy. You can all get together real easy. It's just a matter of quick travel in there. So everything else that I've seen is still the same. The radio, you get your email. The camera, I think, is um, there was something. This image spotlight, I believe, was different. I don't know. This might not be available yet. I gotta look. I gotta read those release notes. So, but you can still do your photo mode and stuff like you have in the past. In fact, we'll just grab our. Oh yeah, you get time and weather now, so you can adjust. That is so cool. So you can get just the perfect time of day or whatever for your shot. That is really cool. That is pretty spectacular. It's kind of bright when you get the sun up there. That is awesome. Am I driving you guys crazy? You can color balance now. That's different. You still got saturation, the blur, and the field of view, and all your controls, of course, to manage that. So we'll go ahead and snap that. We can probably use that as our thumbnail right there. That's a good one. Your save load's the same. Options. There is, so when you're in Convoy, they have this thing called quick messages. So you can pull up the quick messages and just send it. And there's several of them. There's like different groups, and then you go into the group, and then there's several messages for that particular group. But what I found, where was it? Gameplay, I believe. Yes, right here. Configure quick replies. You can configure your own quick replies. This is awesome. So these are the quick replies that you would see when you're in a convoy. You would hit 7 and then it would give you these options and you just, hit whichever one you want it to say and it pops up on the screen and but now you can go in, you can create your own. That's so cool. So, yeah, that is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. So, it looks like maybe you can't have more than 7 groups though. How does that work? If I hit edit, no. Oh, see, I just moved that up. Hmm. Several levels of replies arranged in groups. Select individual groups or replies to edit them. So, I mean, if you wanted, how do you do that? How do you create a new group? So I'm guessing you can only have. Oh, okay. So it's got to be open. So yeah, but you can go in here and customize it. So you could call this, make this a new group. Can you name it? Edit, perhaps? Ah, there we go. So you got to hit edit. And then we could just make it say, hit new reply, edit. And this one could just be like, hello. This one could be new reply edit. I don't know. Bonjour. I think that's how you spell it. I don't know. I took French in high school. I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, you can make it whatever you wanted it, right? I must have not hit OK on that. There we go. So that's pretty cool. So you can edit your quick replies and, put whatever you want in there. So, and you can drill down 3 layers and, that leaves you a ton of quick replies, I'm thinking. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll save it. What the heck? Other settings. Let's see. So here's your convoy settings. You just set that up however you want. By default, this is 5 seconds for the fade delay on the navigation page. I just bumped it up to 10. Because I'll catch it, but I might be in the middle of a turn or something and not be able to read it right away. So 5 seconds seemed like it was too short when I was testing this with my brother. So I bumped it up just so I, at least had a chance to read it before it went away. And I mean, you can go clear up to a minute, I think. Yeah, you can go clear up to a minute or never. I guess you can just leave it on all the time. Choice is up to you. So those are the new settings that have been added that I've seen. I haven't seen any other settings that have changed or been added. So that's those. And the exit button. This is different now too. And you also notice that the change profile that used to be in between, I think it was in between option and I don't know, it was somewhere in here, is gone. That's no longer here. So if you hit exit, now you just go back to the launch pad to change your profile instead of hitting that change profile button. Or if you just want to quit the desktop, you just hit quit. Simple as that. Doesn't get much easier, I don't think. So I think that is nicer than the way it was before because I don't know how many times I just wanted to change my profile or, I was doing some single player and then wanted to hop on Truckers MP, you know, or I was on Truckers MP and then I just wanted to hop into a single player, I guess, would be the way that worked. Anyways, I don't know how many times I'd hit quit and I'd go clear to desktop and I'm like, and then I have to restart everything again. That was kind of a pain in the butt, but so this is nice. So all in all, I really like the new updates they've got. It's oh man, I mean, I've been playing. Well, I started playing ETS years ago, and I was super excited when ATS came out. And I don't hardly ever play ETS anymore, and I should. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's kind of neat driving around somewhere I've never been before. So, but I don't know. I'm addicted to ATS. What can I say? So that's about gonna do it for me. If y'all liked the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all later. Take it easy. Bye bye.